and then having the value version of the sweets that everybody loves, the amount of stuff and things that have come out of the exhaust.
Now I gotta ride or die.
So guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we are back at the garage, Grease Monkey on the Isle of Wight. We are getting the 200,000 mile, well, I mean, it's nearly 200,000 miles, like 198. Anyway, it's a 200,000 mile car nearly, but we're getting the Lexus, the super cheap Lexus that we bought a couple of videos ago. We're gonna put it on the dyno. Now, after 21 years and over 198, basically 200,000 miles, how much power has this car actually lost? They're around, I'm gonna say, Lexus and Toyota themselves claim 220 from the 2JZ GE engine that's in this car. They claim 220 horsepower, but today we're going to find out if it's still got any power. But we're going to get the car into the garage, see what power we don't have. That works, mate, well done. I only got a bit of the at the end, but I mean, that's just to make sure the wind's coming in the thing.
The thing is, right, I'll turn it on. I've had this in one of the comment sections.
Yeah, we've had it before, innit?
Fans in the wrong place. Not close enough to the car. Feel it. How much wind do you want going over? None.
No. You want it going in?
Six and a half hours later.
So car's on the dyno, we are ready to run it up, get it warm, all that sort of stuff. Now, we are working again with 220 brake horsepower from the factory, around 220 foot-pounds as well. So, 200,000 miles, 21-year-old car, with no service history whatsoever, bought super cheap. How bad can it actually be? Now, I've driven this, you know, daily driven it for a while. I do feel like there's power there. I'm not too sure how much power though, of course. It would be really nice to prove a point that buying a really cheap 2J has still got the power that it did from the factory, but of course then it might have like 120 horsepower and we don't even know. So, we're actually working with a Bosch LPS 002 dyno today. Now this is available at the garage, so come on down if you're Isle of Wight based. All the surrounding areas you can get your car dynoed and prove some results, which is what we're doing today. We'll warm it up, we'll get the dyno going, we'll get the fan on. Sorry about the fan noise in this video, but you know, you want to make sure the car's cool. And hopefully it doesn't break, eh? That'd be really nice. If it just actually stays together and then nothing explodes, that'd be fantastic. Are you having fun back there, mate?
Wouldn't it be great? We're just new.
Are you having trouble strapping her down?
No.
Not. Are you saying that Lexus and their places to strap it down aren't very good?
No, I'm just saying that my lashing points are not quite in the right place for a Lexus.
Your lashing points aren't where they should be for such an executive whip. I understand.
Why, I fixed you up last night and I'll do it again.
I feel like one of the most hilarious things that have just happened is this has fallen out. Now, when I actually bought this, the owner had recently bought this part, which actually had fallen off the car, funnily enough, and he paid like 80 quid for a genuine Lexus one. In fact, just to show how Lexus this is, and if it says Japan on it, look at that. So yeah, I'm going to keep that out of here because I don't want that falling off. I didn't know it was actually like that bad. Yeah, we'll keep that in the car until it's properly fixed up. Here we are. Here we are. Oh, look at this. So it's supposed to be 220. Remembering that this is supposed to be from factory, so 21 years ago this car would have been 220 brake horsepower at 220 foot-pounds, so LBFT, if that makes any sense. We will just convert the dyno to foot-pound because usually it's what, Newton meters? Usually do the Newton meters. And as you can see, at 211 brake horsepower and 188 foot-pound. So we've lost, what, 40 foot-pound, nearly?
If it ever made it.
If it ever made it from the factory, which is, you know, here and there. But we've lost 8.5 brake horsepower in 200,000 miles and 21 years. I genuinely think, this is why these cars are so good, I think that is fantastic numbers, considering we haven't even touched anything in the engine bay. Remember, this was bought and literally strapped to the dyno. We haven't done anything. We've MOT'd it and dynoed it. So I think these numbers are insanely good. So we've done 3 runs. We did do a top speed run as well, and it limited itself to 155 mile an hour, which is exactly where they are from the factory, which is again perfect. And it didn't seem to like bog down at all at 150 odd mile an hour either. It was really, really impressive. So I feel like congratulations to the GS today, although we might have, for some reason, we might have randomly lost the washer jet. I don't know how we've managed that, but we have created what is basically factory results from a 200,000 mile car. That is insane. The thing is, we haven't actually serviced this car. That's the big thing here. This has been sat for a year. The last 10 years, it's been driven 100, 120,000 miles. I have no service history either with this car. So that's the real big thing here. We have not touched this car yet. We have not even checked the oil. I know it sounds so silly. I checked that there was oil in there, but I didn't check it properly to make sure it was too milky. But my God, we have got a very, very strong 2JZ in this car, which is fantastic news, considering, of course, I want to daily drive this and use it as I want and maybe modify it. You guys tell me what you want to do, what we want to do. But I feel like that is fantastic results from, again, such a cheap and high mileage version of this car. I will just point out this bit round here, just show you guys, of course, everything's turned off. The amount of stuff and things that have come out of the exhaust is, well, there's more out of this side than more out of that side, but this must be, what, carbon deposit, because it hasn't been revved in a while. Yeah, I've sort of done a mess on the floor.
I know this is the right type of car, but that's not quite a Werther's original.
Yeah. I know, because, well, we haven't bought a brand new one, mate, so, like, having a car like this that you've paid some money for, and then having the value version of the sweets that everybody loves.
I know, but
they're actually quite nice though.
They're all right, but the Werther's original is the original non-snugger.
Yeah. So we're going to end today's video by taking the Lexus off of the dyno. Again, so happy with the results. Thank you so much to the guys at the garage for letting me come down and just put this thing on, see what the deal is. Now we know what we're working with. Maybe we should service this. Well, we're going to end it, but maybe we should service it. See if we can actually match the standard numbers from 21 years ago and over 200 and over 198,000 miles ago. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I have now got a sweet in my mouth. Fantastic, from my Lexus. And I'll see you all on the next one.